Hello, I'm Georgia Shakti Hill, and I do want to welcome you to Living in Balance. I have a special treat for you in this program. You know how we love in our arts and entertainment that we do bring to you beautiful music and art, and today we have Hindustani classical music with one of the most renowned in the world, sharing with you his wisdom, his light, and his sound. Come join us. I do love sharing the cultures, and there's such an impact that we have had here in the West from the East. And so once again, I'm able to bring to you someone very special. Pandit Mukesh Desai is with us, and I welcome you.
Hello. Hello.
It is great to have you here, and you are going to be sharing with us Hindustani classical music.
Yes.
And it has music with a purpose. It is really very good for us to listen to experience, to share, and there's a healing aspect to it. But when we're talking about classical music, we usually are talking about music that goes way back in time, that is part of the culture. And is that what you would be sharing with us?
Yes. The culturally, the music relates to the Vedas, right from the Vedic period that the music has been there. In the part of the Vedas which are there, if you call music, then it was in the form of chanting.
Yes.
And these chants have been used for the purpose of healing, well-being, and peace, and so on and so forth.
So then as the musician who uses your voice as an instrument, this must be very balancing and healing for you personally.
Yes, very much. And the whole practice of chanting or singing is to be with oneself. And I see that breath is the main connection for that inner journey.
You have studied with and are what are referred to as a disciple of the Pandit Jasraj.
Pandit Jasraj, yes.
And he is a very good teacher then.
He's a wonderful teacher and one of the, of course, finest, the ace musicians of India.
And in your studying with him, tell me about that as a student. How do you study with one of the masters like that?
First of all, it's not in your jurisdiction to decide whether you can study with him. It's the one he decides. And with a master like him, the test is that he will give you an instrument to tune. And from the way you tune it, he's able to decide whether he wants to teach you.
So you passed the test.
I think so.
And how long have you studied with him?
For the past 20 years.
And is it ongoing that you continue?
It's ongoing. And most of the training now is on guidance training, and we sing with him in concerts. So in fact, concert for an audience is like enjoying, but for somebody who's accompanying a student, it's like almost having a class out there,
yes.
A lesson.
It would be. Now, the music that you do is Hindustani classical music, and it is, your album refers to it as devotional music. So is it always the music of the spirit, and is it always spiritual and uplifting? Is that part of the purpose too?
Yes. Indian music has not been a performing art in the past. Even today, it is not a performing art in one sense, that the music has always been played, sung in the temples, in the praise of the divine. So basically the whole aspect of singing is to feel the journey inwards, and what you see inwards as a gift, in devotion of that divine, you offer it back to existence. So it's not been it is a performing arts. People perform all over today, musicians, but you are with yourself, with closed eyes while singing sometimes.
Yes. So it is always then a devotional experience within.
It is a devotional experience
yes.
within.
Now, and you're here in town. We're so pleased with the Health and Harmony Center, and they teach yoga. And we always think together of the discipline of the Hatha Yoga and also the Ayurvedic medicines, and so much that has come from India now. And what I'm thinking with the workshops that you're doing, then you're training people who have a little bit of an attunement to the Indian philosophy already, or open to it.
Well, anybody is welcome. Like I'm doing this offering at Health and Harmony Center of Candy Laos.
Yes.
And for me, I have felt that singing can be taken outside the performance into a daily life routine. And this is what has made me come to teach yoga students, healers, artists, and everybody.
Well, I don't want our audience to have to wait anymore to listen, because this is very special. And so what will you be sharing with us as far as your first chanting or the first songs that you will do?
I will do one or two Vedic chants first.
Okay.
And to go on to Om, which is like the practice is used for alignment of breath.
Okay.
Focusing on breath, seeing the breath, feeling the breath.
Okay.
And then sing a short piece.
Okay, wonderful. And we have the background sound.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityormukshiyamamrutat. सकल घट व्यापक सो आयो क्रियानंद आज तो आनंद 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 गर्ग पराशर मुनि नारदा गर्ग पराशर और मुनि नारद पढ़त वेद श्रुति छंद पढ़त वेद श्रुति छंद हरि जीवन प्रभु गोकुल प्रगट्यो मिटे सकल दुखा द्वंद आज तो आनंद 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 आनंद
Now that automatically just seems to bring me to center and to balance me, and that's kind of the idea, is it not?
Yes.
The body responds, and you said the body is like is the instrument. Your voice is the instrument.
The voice is the part which brings out the expression, but entire body is an expression.
Yes.
So finally, each cell starts singing and dancing inside. That's why there is a movement, because there has to be a movement. One can't be still while singing.
Yes. Well, and the instrument that you use is your sound background.
Yes, this is a sound like a drone, and the music is created. I sang the lyrics on the life of Krishna, Lord Krishna, and his birth, and the joy of the people, of the devotees when he was born. And of course, then one expands this music, which I would say I would like to compare that music to jazz music, where there is an expansion.
Expression. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, there will be more of Hindustani classical music and Pandit Mukesh Desai. And if you are just joining us, I'm Georgia Shakti Hill, and today we do have the honor of having with us Pandit Mukesh Desai. Now, he is referred to as a master classical Indian vocalist. And when we're talking about that, we wanted to make the point that you're not singing, that this is breath. This is about breathing, the music that you make.
Yes, in the training of vocal music, the whole aspect of yoga, sound as a yoga, is developed. And when you look at yoga as a sound, or vice versa, you're also trying to look at your breath, the movement of breath. So if you say that there's a vocal cord training, no. There's a training how to move the breath from the navel area. So breath becomes a channel for the sound. In other words, I always like to call that the sound is riding on the breath all the time.
Yes. Now, breath is, of course, precious, but when we're talking about using it and controlling it and developing it, and then prana, or the life force, we think of breath from that perspective, and it's not just that we're breathing, but we're actually experiencing life through our breathing?
We are experiencing the energy within us, a light within us, and that light is the breath, is the life force. And there is a reverence for the gift which one feels. So there has always been songs in devotion of that divine. So I always like to say that the singing is by the divine, for the divine, with the divine.
And you happen to just be there as the instrument of the divine.
One is just a channel.
The CD that we have, that you have created here, is called A Concert of Devotional Music. And as I read about it, I noticed that it says it's a benefit concert was done for Sri Ram Orphanage.
Yes.
Okay. And so that must be close to your heart then, the orphanage, and it's in North India?
The orphanage is in North India, and it is founded by Baba Haridas, a wonderful saint and a very evolved person. And he runs this orphanage, and they have a Mount Madonna Center in Watsonville, California.
Oh, okay.
Which is also Ashtanga Yoga Institute. He's an Ashtanga yogi. The beautiful part is that he doesn't speak for past 50 years. He's silent. He's a silent yogi.
Oh, wow. Now, is it your responsibility then to travel and to share this music? Is that part of your gift or part of your dharma, your purpose? And as far as Pandit Jasraj, does he like you to go out into the West, into California, and to hear and visit?
Yes, because he's also here.
Oh, he is
most
too.
of the time. And I have felt that I have felt in my feeling that the music which I sing can be extended to many more people, because breath is common between people.
Yes.
That's the love. That's the love one shares. And it's been wonderful coming to the West and sharing music in the form of sound, in the form of breath.
Now, if you were to do for us another song, or breathing for us, what would you like to do for us now? What should you share with us?
I would like to introduce some scale, which I'm going to sing in that particular raga. This is a morning raga, Nat Bhairav, and then sing a piece on Krishna, that let be any moment of life, happy, sad, but let this beautiful nectar name of Lord Krishna remain on my lips. This is how the devotees sing, and it's in the form of a chant at the end.
Okay.
So makes it more meaningful also.
Wonderful. Okay.
The scale for this raga is sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ne da ba ma ga re za. This is the basic scale, parent scale, Bhairav. Out of that is born Nat Bhairav, with a change, little bit of the flats and sharps. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa ne da ba ma ga re sa. This resembles Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti.
Yes.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, Ajibhe Pibasvamrut Met Deva, Ajibhe Pibasvamrut Met Deva, Govind Damodar Madhaveti, Govind Damodar Madhaveti, Govind Damodar Govinda Govinda Damodar Shri Krishna Radha Vari Gokulesh Gopal Govardhana Nath Vishnu Dani ni za za dani ni za za dani ra 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 za ni da dani da ra ra za ni da ni za ra ra za ni da za da ra ra za ni da ni za ni za za dani za za dani za za ni za za dani ni za za dani ra 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 da ni sa ja Shri Krishna Radha Vari Gokulesh Gopal Govardhana Nath Vishnu Jibhe Pibasvamrut Met Deva Govinda Damodar Madhaveti Govinda Damodar Madhaveti Govinda 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 Oh That's a piece
Yes.
in Rag Nat Bhairav.
And as I said, when you listen, that brings you into balance. Now, is that designed to balance the chakras as far as the sound? And it seems as if I feel it in like the heart chakra. Is that part of the purpose? Are you aware of that? And is that the idea?
Yes. The idea is to tune the energy centers. The whole aspect of singing ragas, we use these sounds, but the sound are not for projection only. They are for projecting inside. There is a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, the form of sa, re, ga outside, which is really pointed inside.
And we call this, again, that listening inwardly, your inner instrument. And again, mention, if you would, about the primordial Om and the significance of the primordial Om and how people use that as a chant to bring themselves back into balance.
The sound Om is the essence of all sounds, because the sound is divided into three parts: a, u, and n, from open lips to closed lips. This is the area of sound, and the form carries all the sounds. To feel the breath and channel the breath in that area of that sound would be the practice of Om.
Yes.
And that's just one of the part of the practices when I do the offerings.
Now, you sing or you chant every day. Is it part of a ritual? Do you need to do that to keep your voice?
The thing is that the very process of singing is singing Om all the time. Like just a small demonstration. Om, 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 Tanaya, Om, 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 Tan, Om, Om, na, 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 Om, na, 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 na. You will see a connection in my singing between the notes. Ta, no, ra, no, 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 Om, no, na, 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 ta, na, no, no.
Oh, I think that is wonderful. I thank you so much. And I want to just mention that you said the purpose of this is merging consciousness with existence. And that is what...
Yes, ultimately, what one feels one is, which I call the bigger picture. The smaller picture is the mundane, but the bigger picture is the spiritual being. And when one gets in touch with that person, that being, one sees that everything which is outside also is that spiritual being. The only thing one can do then is merge oneself in whatever way the breath can merge with existence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thank you.
Thank you, Shakti.